Good evening. It's your girl SeekretD. Happy birthday to me. Anyway, it's today's strawberry letter response. So the title of the letter is Why Can't I Have the Good Things? This lady writes in, she said that she was set up on a blind date by her sister with a man that her sister met at the church. She said they had a good first date and she decided she's going to continue dating him because she felt like he was the kind of man that she could mold into what she needs. She said that they dated for a while and she was surprised that he hadn't changed anything from how his wife had it. So all of her things were just put in a spare room. She said that when he was sleeping one day, she went in the room and she started going through this stuff. He was passed out drunk. Let me not say sleeping. He was passed out drunk one day. She went in the room and decided to go through the stuff. And she said she had a lot of designer clothes, shoes, bags, things like that. So she said she went in there 2 more times. She said it took her 2 missions to go through all of the bags and everything that she had. And there were coats that she had to have, some dresses, some of the bags, and the shoes were too small, so she wasn't really checking for those. So she said she casually mentioned to her boyfriend that she could help him go through the stuff and clear out the room if he wanted. And he said that the only way he would do that is if she was going to move in with him. Now, she said she thought that it was too soon for her to move in with him, but she really wanted those clothes. So she said she'll see, just to see what he would say. So apparently he got excited and he said he was going to call the junk company the next day to get things started. And she said that she could help and she wanted some of the things. And he's like, no, they're going to Goodwill. So she's literally writing in to ask how come she can't have the things from his dead wife, and why did it have to go to Goodwill? Is she what did she say? Is she crazy for asking or whatever? But that was her question. How come he won't give her his dead wife's items? And so listen, this letter is stupid because why would you want to wear something that someone's ex-wife owned, right? And not even like ex-wife, dead ex-wife. Like, that's wow. I don't want to wear any dead person's clothes. First of all, I don't really want to wear any person's clothes. So say what you will, and I'm all for everyone doing whatever they want. If you want to thrift, you could thrift. I'm not a fan of it. So I don't like the idea of wearing used or worn items. I don't care how new they are, how new they look, etc., etc., etc. And the same for my children. So usually if someone especially if they're not like really close family or whatever, those clothes are going to Guyana or whatever. So I'm not a fan of wearing used items or giving my children used items or what have you, because I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not going into it. So no. So first of all, I'm not gonna do it. I'm definitely not gonna do it from anybody, and I'm 100% even more so not gonna do it from the dead wife of the person that I'm currently dating. Like, that's just weird. So when he sees you in the clothing, he's gonna think of her in the clothing. When he sees you in the bag or coat or whatever, he's gonna think about his wife. Why would you want to do that? Like, that's very inconsiderate and selfish, and B, that's just very covetous. Like, why are you coveting? Why don't you just get him to buy you more stuff? If that's the case, you want to be gifted things or what have you. I don't know. He bought them, she bought them, somebody had money. I mean, hopefully it was him. But either way, why don't you get your new stuff? Start your own collection. Like, I don't get it. It's giving, I don't know. I don't understand why she doesn't see the issue here. But again, even like, okay, like if your parent died, a sibling died or something, and you keep something as a keepsake because you want to remember them, you don't want other people walking around in it to remind you of them, especially not like a loved one and someone who's supposed to fill the position that the person once held. I feel like that's even worse. So I feel like if a parent dies and a kid takes their clothing, a bag, or something like that, I feel like that's different than if someone's significant other dies and then the new significant other wants to wear their clothes and stuff like that. That's just weird for me, for somebody even to want to do it, and even weirder to have to look at somebody in it, if that makes sense. So I don't understand what she's not understanding. I do understand him wanting to just move on 100%, because again, every time he sees anything that belongs to his wife, is going to be a constant reminder that she's no longer with him. And he might get sad. He might start comparing the two. He might not be able to be 100% happy with reminders of his wife in his face every day. Like, there's a reason that the stuff are in bags in the guest room that he probably does not really go into, because he don't want to see it. He wants it out of the way. So I don't understand where the miscommunication is, or where the what's the word? The disconnect. I don't get it. Like, what's the problem? I don't understand why you don't understand why he wouldn't want you to have it. Anyway, y'all can let me know how you feel about it. Personally, I feel like she's gonna like steal some of the stuff, or try to steal some of the stuff. Like, when she goes through her little missions of looking through his stuff, I feel like he gonna fall asleep again, which Steve said that he passed out drunk because he's sad. I mean, we're not making excuses, because if you passing out drunk multiple times, that's not somebody that I really want to be with anyway. Because why are you drinking so much? If you have issues that you need to get away from by drinking, then you need to go see a therapist. But either way, that's not here nor there, or maybe it is. Either way, the answer is no. But I feel like when he passes out drunk again, she's gonna go and take some of the stuff, assuming that he's not gonna miss it. But the thing is that he will. Like, he's gonna know. And then once he finds out that you took his wife's stuff out the bag, he's gonna leave you. So yeah, honestly, I feel like she don't really like him that much, because she A, went with him so she can try to change him, and B, she doesn't understand why he wouldn't want her in the stuff. And it seems like she's more into the stuff. Like, she said, oh, I'll see to see what he'll say. She doesn't really want to move in with him. She really doesn't have interest of moving forward with him, because as she says, it's too quick. So she literally just wants his wife's stuff. And honestly, I feel like she would steal it and not be with him and be okay with that, or something like that. So anyway, y'all can let me know how you feel about it. That is it. But yes, again, happy birthday to me. Yay.